The Adapted Technology program at Inglis empowers people with disabilities to use technologies. It's alternative input devices for computers, tablets, smartphones.
Adapted technology is more of a bridge between the user and the computer.
Technology, I marvel at the way everybody uses it differently because it opens up so many things that they used to do are starting to do.
Adapted technology, to me, is, at its most fundamental, independence. It's allowing people to do things that they couldn't do for themselves before, to give people greater authority over their own life, for fewer things they have to ask other people to do for them. It's something we're really proud to support here at Inglis.
Adapted technology investments we are making are truly giving people both new and expanded abilities and truly increasing their independence.
The Computer Lab's purpose is computer access. It's just this exciting hub. It's a place for folks to connect with their family, to connect with each other, to socialize, to engage with us, to learn a new skill.
Using adapted or alternative input devices, we began to implement those technologies about 20 years ago. Then we went from perhaps 12 of our residents being able to use the computer lab to over 150 that we're servicing in-house today.
And you can't put a price tag on showing people a pathway to doing something that they had no idea was possible.
We've expanded the technologies. We have eye gaze technologies, voice-activated technologies, single switch access to a computer, tablet, or smartphone.
Being able to use the internet proficiently with my voice, it gives me the ability to continue doing something that I love. Since I'm a quadriplegic, that I wouldn't be able to do if I didn't have it.
Voice recognition in general, for Ron, has been a really big deal for him because he used to not come up to the lab at all. Now he's up almost every single day. He watches all his favorite TV shows, watch concerts, and it's opened up a whole new side of him that we haven't seen before.
We proactively went after a grant from Pew Charitable Trust to fund our community computing program. And in the first 3 years of that grant, we successfully trained 230-some individuals living in the community with disabilities, and to help empower them to pursue jobs, careers, socialization, independently shop from home.
Being able to communicate with people, being able to pay bills online, being able to purchase things online, that is independence in itself.
I see artists and people who thought that they could never paint again or never be able to create art, and I see it every day now. These tools have helped them get back into it. When they thought something wasn't possible, we showed them an option, and now it is possible for them.
We don't use a curriculum, we actually use a goals-based approach so that we're able to hone in on the skills and desires of the individual.
Hi, Nanny. Say
hi. Hi, Macy. Hi, Lena. Hi, Philip.
That's allowed a grandmother to use Skype to communicate with her family who are located across the country, so she sees her daughter and her grandchildren through Skype.
That gave me a sense of empowerment that I could do things without the help of others. I could have private conversations.
All of our residents go through an assessment and training period so that they learn to use these adapted technologies based on what their physical abilities are. Using eye gaze technology, which means you're able to just use your eyes to control everything that you do on a computer, from internet access to email access to social media to game playing. That's one of our newer technologies.
Stuart, who's a resident here at Inglis, has severe mobility restrictions. A really smart guy, but if you're a smart guy who can't turn the page in a book, how do you study? How do you read? A technical setup that allows him to project books onto a TV screen and use an electronic device to turn those pages independently is just a monumental difference, an example of technology really having a concrete impact on someone's quality of life and independence.
Trying to predict where technology is going to go for people with disabilities, it's really wide open as to where it's going to go.
3D printing is allowing us to really look at an individual uniquely. You have between 12 and 14 basic wheelchair driving joysticks. So what we're doing now is we're taking a complete 360-degree image of their hands, and we're going to be building custom joysticks so that we're now adapting the joystick to the client.
There's two things that I would hope for: that every person who is a part of the Inglis community has access to technology that allows them to achieve their goals and live life to the fullest. And the second is that the technology allows people to really do whatever it is that they dream of doing. If we can find ways to do those two things, then we'll have changed the world for people.